Hi, everyone. So we will wait maybe 1 or 2 more minutes so that more students can join, and then we're going to start.
Good morning.
Morning.
Okay, so let's start. Hi again. My name is Melissa. I am representing Go Campus in the United States. And as you all know, today we will have a webinar with Concordia University, Wisconsin, and also the campus at Ann Arbor. So yeah, I would like to introduce you to Jennifer. She's the Director of International Recruitment and Admissions at Concordia University, Wisconsin, and she will give you a short presentation today about the university. And we also have 2 or 3 international students who will tell you a little bit more about their experience, and at the end also answer any questions you may have. So yeah, so we will start with the presentation, and afterwards we will do a short Q&A, and where you can ask all the questions you have. And yeah, Jennifer, do you want to share your screen?
Yes, can you see it and can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, welcome everyone. My name is Jennifer Tadeo, and I am the Director of International Recruitment and Admissions here at Concordia University, Wisconsin, Ann Arbor. And today I will talk about the application process all the way to student life, so you get a better sense of what it looks like to be a student at Concordia. I do have some students with me that will also be talking and sharing their experiences. Can you see the agenda? I just want to confirm that everyone's seeing that next screen. Okay, thank you. So we'll talk a little bit about who we are at a university, and we'll also give you information on the application process and a little bit about immigration, and then the student support that we have here. Today, I'll also be representing 2 campuses, so Concordia University, Wisconsin, and also our Ann Arbor campus, which is in Michigan. So I'll explain both of those. So Concordia University, Wisconsin, as you can see, is a university with about 8,000 students. That includes students from our undergraduate population, also our graduate students. We are a university with about 751 international students, including our students that we have both here on campus and students that we have abroad that are studying at our university. We're the 4th largest international student population for the state of Wisconsin. And so we are very familiar with how to work with international students here at our university. But you get a private school education, which means you get a lot of one-on-one attention as you're studying your major of study. as you can see, we have small class sizes. So the average class size at our Wisconsin campus is about 12 students for every one professor. And we value that because then you're going to get one-on-one interaction with a person with a terminal degree, so someone with a doctorate, for example. And that gives you a lot of great experience if you're going on to graduate school or to go out into the workforce. At Concordia University, Ann Arbor, this is our Michigan campus. It's a little smaller, so we have around 1,300 students studying at that campus. And we have students from about 11 different countries, about 30 international students for that campus, and 11-to-1 for the student to faculty ratio. So in the chat, if I know we have some students on the line, if you would like, you can post the majors that you might be considering in college. I'd love to see who we have on the line today. If you're thinking about different programs such as business or chemical engineering or computer science, any type of major that you might be thinking about, art, communication, feel free to post those. That gives us a sense of who we have on the line today. I see some interior design, architecture, wonderful. So we have a lot of different programs and partnerships, and I'll talk about what those look like here at the university. So for those of you, I see some business, economics, wonderful. We have 70 plus majors to choose from at Concordia University. We also have what's called scholar programs. For example, if you're studying business, we have what's called a business scholar program, where you can actually earn both your bachelor's degree and your master's degree and be working on it at the same time. We also have different sports. So for those of you that may be considering a sport, feel free to post that in the chat. But just to give you a sense, at our Concordia University Wisconsin campus, we are a Division III university, and we have acrobatics and tumbling, baseball, basketball, cross country and track, football, American football. We have soccer, of course, ice hockey, lacrosse, a shooting team, softball, tennis, volleyball, and wrestling. And we also have dance and cheer. Also on our Concordia University Ann Arbor campus, we also have several athletics that you can choose from. And on our Ann Arbor campus, we are NAIA. That's a different division than Division III, which means we can it's a different division, so a different playing conference that we're in, and sometimes there's also different athletic scholarships, for example. But the main thing is that you're going to see that there's different sports, but a lot of similarities between the two campuses when it comes to the majors and when it comes to the sports and the organization opportunities to get involved. Both universities are affiliated with the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. And what that means for us is this is going to be a university where you will be offered chapel services. You are not required to attend. You are not required, for example, to be Lutheran to attend our university. But it does mean that there would be chapel opportunities. It does mean that there would be opportunities to get involved in various Christian Bible studies. And it also means that our faculty members are going to be really concerned for you, not only for your academics, but also you spiritually. And we pride ourselves on caring for you, for your mind, body, and your spirit. So it's important for us that we pay attention to all of those things while you're in college. This is also known to be a very safe university. So we're one of the safest universities in the state of Wisconsin. Safe university located right on Lake Michigan. So here you'll see, this is our location. We are in Mequon, Wisconsin. If any of you maybe post in the chat, if you've been in the United States, maybe what states you've been to. I know some people have been here before. Maybe you visited the coast or you visited Florida, for example. Concordia is in a great location because we're right in the center of the in the middle of the United States, in the Midwest. and you can fly into Chicago, you can fly into Milwaukee. But we're a smaller community, but we're 20 minutes from downtown Milwaukee and about an hour and a half, 90 minutes from Chicago. So we have two big cities that are really close to us, but our students are located right on Lake Michigan. And so it's a beautiful campus, and I'll let the students talk a little bit about that here in a few minutes. So here are some majors. This would be at Concordia University, Wisconsin. These are the majors that we have that are available. And I know some of you mentioned the interior architecture and design. That's a program that we have with a local Milwaukee university, MIAD. It's an art and design university. We have a partnership with them. So our students take courses at our university and also at that university. You'll see within our business program, there are various areas that you can focus on. And then we have the accounting programs, for example, various areas of education. Popular areas also include our healthcare programs. So if you're looking at pre-nursing, pre-medicine, we have the engineering program that's being added this fall. So several majors that you can choose from. The biomedical sciences. We actually just added a new School of Business building about 4 years ago. So we have brand new facilities for our business students. Our Ann Arbor campus is located in Ann Arbor, Michigan, and you can see that that is located close to about 45 minutes from Detroit, Michigan. We're about 2 hours from Grand Rapids. You can also see we're about 45 minutes from Toledo, Ohio, a couple hours from Cleveland. So really with that location, we are located right in the center of Ann Arbor, which is a bustling college town. A lot of universities are in that community, and then a lot of cities are very close by. So students really enjoy that campus. One thing I forgot to mention about our Concordia University, Wisconsin campus is that all of our buildings are connected with walkways and hallways. So basically, when you are here on campus and it's cold weather, you can get everywhere indoors. You don't have to go outside to get to your class or to get to your dorm room. And so the students can talk about that. You'll see students in January wearing sandals sometimes to go to class because they can go out of bed and just put on, their sandals and go even when there's snow outside. So it's really nice that you can get everywhere through these tunnels and hallways that we have. And then here are the majors at Concordia University, Ann Arbor, excuse me. And so you'll see it's just a little bit of a different list than what I showed for Wisconsin. But again, several majors that you can choose from, still the business programs, the art programs. You can see the ceramics, painting, etc. Various areas in, like, for example, human resources, sport and entertainment business. So lots of areas within business to choose from. So I will talk a little bit about the application process. Now, this will look a little different going through Go Campus. They will help you collect a lot of this information. So some of this may vary, but definitely, your advisors can help you as you're working with Go Campus. But for us, the application process, we try to keep it simple for you. We do have an online application process that you go through. We require high school transcripts. So we do ask that you send us the transcripts for, if you're a junior or senior, for example, send us where you are at this time. And then we would collect those official graduation transcripts when you arrive on campus. If you have taken things like the SAT or ACT, of course, we'd be happy to look at them, but we are a test optional campus, so those are not required. We do like to see if you come from a non-English speaking country. We would like to see English proficiency scores. So those could be things like, for example, the Duolingo test, TOEFL, IELTS, PTE. We would accept any of those. And just to give you an idea, Duolingo, we would require a 90 on that particular test. The TOEFL would be a 61 and IELTS would be a 6. So just to give you a sense of what those English scores would be. Now, if you have studied in English, so let's say you come from an international high school and you've been studying in English, we could also take a look at that and consider that as your English language. Definitely, as we're talking here, feel free if you want to post questions, and we'll get to those at the end here and make sure all of your questions are answered. So this part we won't go too much in depth about, but basically we help you along the whole process of applying to the university. And we help you after you are accepted to be able to apply for your visa. We can help you have some guidance on that and go through that process. We provide your immigration paperwork that you would take for your visa appointment. We also help you when it comes to applying for housing, going through course registration, and then arrival here at the university. We can also help you make arrangements at the airport. So if you're looking for transportation, we can provide you options for airport transportation. And so we typically can help provide more transportation if you're coming from Milwaukee, but we do have options if you're coming from Chicago. And so we'll help you through this whole visa process. And, again, if you have questions, let us know, but we try to make this process as simple as possible and give you guidance on it. So in addition to helping you as you prepare for your visa appointment, for both of our universities, we have various support services once you arrive. So we go through an international orientation with you where we can introduce you to other international students. We also introduce you, of course, to domestic students. We have tutoring services. These are free services. So these do not have additional costs when you come to the university. Tutoring, where you can go through a writing center, you can get assistance with math. If you have any accessibility concerns or you would like some services, we have additional services available. We have comfort dogs on campus that walk around and are available for students. So there's different opportunities to interact with our comfort animals that we have here. We have counseling services, both for mental counseling and also career counseling. We have a student health center, and we're also located right across the street from a hospital. So very quick access to any kind of health emergency. We have 24/7 campus safety security officers on our campus. So this is I know for families, you're coming from a very far away, it's important to be really safe. We also have the career and academic services. So every student has a career and academic advisor. So they would help you as you're planning your course schedule. They'll also guide you as you are working to work after, maybe work in the United States after graduation, for example. We have career fairs. We have students actually going to one today. We have a fair that we're taking students to in Milwaukee. Professional documents, interviewing, prepping, those types of things. And then our Concordia International Center, where my office is located, we have a lot of support for international students. So if you're looking for on-campus work opportunities, we have opportunities here. We also have cultural programming. So every year we celebrate International Education Week. We highlight different cultural backgrounds. We have a chapel service dedicated to our international students. We do a global cafe where we highlight coffees from around the world. We have dance classes. We have foods from different cultural backgrounds. We have presentations. We bring in faculty members to give presentations. So it's a really great time to celebrate cultures. We do this throughout the year as well. So for example, we had a African dance social event a few weeks ago. We're getting ready to celebrate the Indian Spring Holi event in a few weeks. We brought our students to a hockey game last Friday night with a pizza party, and then we went to support our hockey students. So a lot of ways to get involved. We also have on-campus employment. So students who work on campus currently earn about $10 per hour, and they can work about 18 hours a week if you are interested. And then, of course, our student support services. So this would include our immigration support, OPT, graduation support. Again, these would be work internship opportunities. We would help support you in those. So as we kind of wrap up here, I do want to point out a few other things, and then we'll have our students give you some information. On campus housing, we have all-inclusive room and board. So we include the, when we look at costs or things like that, everything, the housing and the foods all wrapped up into one. We have several dining areas on campus that you can use your dining dollars for. We have a Starbucks on our campus. We have 8 different residence halls that you can choose from here at Concordia University, Wisconsin. And then, of course, we have residence halls available on our Ann Arbor campus. So definitely, too, if you want to post in the chat as we get closer to our Q&A time, if you would like to post any kind of clubs or organizations that you are interested in, maybe ones that you're involved with now, that would help us as well. We currently have about 40 different student clubs and organizations that you can get involved with. So this would be things like theater, intramural sports, fine arts, service events. We take students on faculty-led trips around the world or even within the United States. Multicultural clubs, International Ed Week I mentioned. So a lot of different ways that you can get involved here. And these are just a few that you can see here. So like the art, if you're interested in music, we have both instrumental and vocal, pre-professional clubs, activities. These would be things that our student life plans would be, Brewers games. That's our baseball team here in Milwaukee. Six Flags, which is an amusement park. And the gym, we have a health center gym here. So you get to work out when you want. Again, these are free services that we have here on campus. So I would like to introduce, we have 3 students that are on the line, and I'll give them each a minute or two just to tell you a little bit more about themselves and their experiences here. And then I know some questions are in the chat, so I'll work on answering those. And then I think we'll open it up for Q&A. So I'd like to start first with Fabian. So if you would like to introduce yourself, and we'll go from there.
So hi guys, I'm Fabian. I'm an exchange student from Austria, and I'm currently in my MBA program, so a master's in business administration. So I think, or for me, like important parts which you should know, of course, athletics. So I am not an athlete here, but I really like to do sport. So there is the possibility to join like a basketball or volleyball team. Concerning food, there are different like opportunities where you can get food. We have a main cafeteria where you eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But if you like really don't feel to go like in the morning, there are always possibilities where you can also get food. We have the Nest, for instance. You can get their burgers, stir fries, or whatever. You can also buy like groceries like chips or any type of juices. What else concerning our dorm? So I'm currently in Coburg. So I live with 3 other people. We share the bathroom and also things. We have like a lounge, a small one, and it's pretty nice here, especially if you live in Coburg. You have the opportunity to have like a lake view, which is pretty amazing. And that is, in my opinion, it's like one of the highlights here, the lake, because we're next to the lake. You can, in the summer, right now it's closed, but in the summer you can go down there, have a walk, and it's pretty nice here actually, even though it's a little bit cold. Especially right now, but still it's very beautiful. So I would hand over to Ainara or Celine.
Do you want to start or should I? I can go. Yeah. Hi, so I'm Ainara. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Spain. I came to the US my sophomore year of high school, and I graduated from Assumption High School in Wisconsin last May, and then I decided to come to Concordia. I'm a pre-physical therapy major. I form part of the cross country and track and field teams here at Concordia. And I chose Concordia because it just felt like home. It has a good pre-PT program, and the lake view. Um, it's just so good, and it's so pretty here. I'm living on campus in Augsburg. So we have like a community bathroom, community shower, and it's good. Then my experience at Concordia so far has been amazing. I've met so many friends and I've made so many memories, and I just can't wait for more. One of the things I like the best about Concordia are the professors. You can really reach out to them whenever you need help, and they're always willing to help you. And I also like the small classes because you get to actually know each other and know the professor a lot. Um, Also, something I like about Concordia, but the campus is that it's not too far from Milwaukee. So I sometimes go with my friends there and just hang out and walk around. So, yes.
Yes, and to conclude, hi, my name is Celine. I'm 24 years old and I'm from Germany. I'm doing my MBA at CUW, as Fabian already said. And yeah, but I'm only like, as Fabian, I'm only an exchange student and I'm here until the end of June. So currently I'm living in Coburg on campus, and yeah, this is the dorm close to the lake. Exactly. And well, regarding to the food, it's pretty good, and you can choose from different tastes and stuff in the cafeteria. But I think Jennifer already said a lot about it. And yeah, then what I like about the campus is that we have short distances between the different locations and also the lakefront. But overall, the people here are very nice and helpful, and they really care about us, and they really care about our well-being as an international student, but also domestic students are, yeah, if they need help, they can reach out to everyone.
Thank you. So now I think we will open it up, I believe, for questions. So if you have any questions for the students or about the university, I did answer some of the questions that I noticed in the chat or provided some email links. Regarding engineering, we do have both chemical and industrial engineering available. And then the Business Scholars Program, that is a program that is a 4-year program, but you earn both your bachelor's and your master's. You do have to have a higher GPA to qualify for that program. So I did post the link for that, and then also the link for our various programs. So if you'd like to search our website to see if we have certain undergraduate or graduate programs, for example. I see also there's a question about help with essay writing and prepping presentations. Yeah, that would be a part of our tutoring services. They have a list of all of the courses that they will help you with. And so they can review essays, they can help you as you're working on your writing. And then they can, listen to a presentation, that type of thing if you'd like help with that. Good questions.
Hi, I have a question. I'm Megan from France. Thank you so much for the presentation. I actually have a question for MBA and the BA program. Could you maybe describe a typical timetable, what you would do in a day, how many classes you would follow?
Go ahead, Fabian.
Yeah, so I will start. As I said, Celine and I were both in the business administration. So the graduate courses are only like in the evening, so from 6 to 9. And how many courses you have, it really depends on how many you choose. So right now we have 2 courses per term, but of course you can also take more. For instance, in the next term, we have 3 courses. So if you think about it, you have 3 times from 6 to 9 courses. So that's basically it or in our case.
Thank you.
And the the graduate program, the MBA program specifically, that is available overseas or in person on campus. So we do have it both in an online format or in an in-person format. And so the program that Celine and Fabian are both going through, that one is here on campus, but we do have students participating in other formats. But typically, most students would take 1 course at a time, or sometimes would take two classes at a time. And then regarding, I saw a question in the chat, for business scholars, both domestic and international students can apply to be a part of that program. As long as they're qualified and have the grade point averages, we do those conversions. And students can often apply for that too once they're on campus. If they have that high GPA, they can work to apply for that then. So, and we do have several international students that when they graduate from Concordia University, they will then continue on with our various graduate programs. So there is some options for that. Other questions?
Maybe then I would ask a question. What do you usually do during semester breaks? Do you go back to your home country? Do you travel? Is it possible to stay on campus?
Anara, would you like to talk a little bit about that, what you've done so far?
Well, I feel like I'm a little different because I have a host family here in the US. So I usually, like, for Christmas break, because it was like it's a long break, but I didn't go back to Spain. I stayed here, but I went back to my host family's house. But I know that you are available. Like, you can stay here. Like, the campus is open. You just need to fill out some paperwork, but then you should be fine.
Yeah, usually, especially with those shorter breaks, Thanksgiving break, for example, fall break, Christmas break, even though it's a little bit longer. What we did this Christmas is any international student that was going to stay on campus, a lot of people went to host families or had a friend that they maybe went or they went home. But for those that stayed, we brought them shopping. So they were able to go grocery shopping before the start of the break. There are kitchens and things students that were, maybe working